Hey guys, and welcome back. Hello from down south. I'm back once again on the channel with more Newcastle news. A couple of very interesting articles that came out this morning about this club, mainly regarding one of our players being kicked out of the squad and being sent to train with the under-21s, and secondly, Newcastle have now taught their Carabao Cup final plans for the open bus parade if we win or lose the Carabao Cup final. So we've got those two big articles to discuss about. But anyway, if you haven't already watched my last couple of videos, by the way, you would know firsthand that I'm actually down in London for the entire week, so there will be daily uploads on the channel. I actually went and watched Millwall versus Burnley last night, so that was very interesting. Have Millwall fans got an unfair reputation? No, they definitely do not have an unfair reputation. But back on topic now, as I said there, I'm down here all week long. Tomorrow I'm actually posting a video about the plans of Newcastle fans, especially surrounding Trafalgar Square on the Saturday and just London as a whole for the weekend. So if there's any questions you have in mind, make sure to post it down in the comment section. I will answer those questions in a video. I've done an interview with the London supporters group, so I quite literally got all the information you could possibly want for the video. And finally, last but not least, if you're new around here, make sure to get down there, hit that subscribe button. You do not want to miss the videos this week. Biggest match in 24 years. And secondly, if you like what you're watching, make sure to smash a like button. Without further ado, let's get into it. Just before I get into the two main topics of this video, I wanted to tell you a story about Joelinton because I thought it was an unbelievable gesture by him. So quite literally 30 minutes before I've started recording this clip, Dylan posted a tweet on Twitter where he confirmed that Joelinton actually sent him some tickets for the Carabao Cup final. So for those of you who don't know who Dylan is, by the way, so pretty much he started off the Hawaiian shirt with Joelinton's face on it. And the timing when he started that off, Joelinton was still getting grief quite a lot on the pitch. It was West Ham away, if I remember correctly, when he actually started that trend, and that was at a stage where fans were still calling Joelinton crap, saying he was a waste of £40 million, and it was one of them ones where Joelinton was just honoured by the gesture. I thought it was really nice from the fan base. That kind of got people on Joelinton to say a lot more, so it was a bit of a kickstarter for the way love Joelinton, I guess, in the fan base. But yeah, Joelinton has always honoured that, and in this case he's actually sent Dylan 3 tickets for the final. So Dylan already has his ticket for the Carabao Cup, so there's a chance for him to get his grandparents down there, and of course that's just a really lovely story, I thought. So well done to Joelinton. I can't remember many times where players at this team actually really appreciate the fans, actually go out of the way to do stuff for the fans. I've got a few stories of my own I could tell you about interactions with players, and of course you guys watching this video would have seen it firsthand, or people like Dylan who have been lucky enough to get tickets from the players. I just think it's lovely to see from this football club, this unity. All the players appreciate the support of the fan base, and you see it firsthand and stuff like this. So yeah, a bittersweet moment I just wanted to share there. So Craig Hope dropped an exclusive article this morning where it's been confirmed that Ryan Fraser has been dropped from the first team squad, and he's going to be training with the under-21s for the foreseeable future. Now, this has been something that Newcastle had done before. I remember, especially in the summer transfer window, when we had Jeff Hendrick, Dwight Gill and Kieran Clark, players that we didn't want anymore, but were taking up the wage bill and also taking up slots in the 25-man squad. We actually dropped them to the under-21s before they were all eventually loaned out. So I think in the club's sense of things, this is actually done to try and get players out of the club quicker. You've got to think about it in the player's point of view. It's quite demoralising for them to be dumped with the kids all of a sudden. And this is a kind of a sign at the club that we don't want any more. Please, as soon as you can, get elsewhere. You haven't got a future at this football club. A bit harsh, but ultimately, I mean, when you're a football club trying to get better players, and you just got to do it. It has to be done. But as for Ryan Fraser, though, what I think is quite interesting about this is the timing of it. I mean, we're towards the end of February now. There's still a good couple of months before the season even ends, and he's already with the under-21s. I mean, bearing in mind as well, when you still like to show you haven't replaced with midfield. I mean, our squad is not that big, and Ryan Fraser is classed in the 25-man squad, so it's actually quite interesting that he's just been kicked out of the squad and been put with the under-21s. Obviously, I don't want to come out and speculate, but it does feel like to me that something has happened behind the scenes. I remember last week when I went to the training ground, quite literally 7 days ago I went to the training ground. Ryan Fraser was training with the team then. So when Craig Hope's dropped his article, it quite literally sounds like it's happened either yesterday or within the last couple of days or so. So I can't really give you a clear-cut answer to why Ryan Fraser is trimmed under 21s, but I think the obvious answer going forward is that he's expected to leave the club. He would not be with Newcastle anymore. So Yeah, a bit of a weird one with him. We've had him for a good couple of years now. I mean, admittedly, he was a free signing, but we haven't really got anything out of him. We had a couple of little sparks, got an odd goal here and there, but he just never really lived up to the standard he once had at Bournemouth. So yeah, Ryan Fraser is now out of the squad and will not play for the club again. Speaking of Craig Hope, he has dropped a second exclusive article this morning about this club, and in particular what is going to happen after the Carabao Cup final regarding Newcastle's open top bus parade. So you remember back in 1999 we lost the final 2-0. We came back up, had an open top bus parade for being runners up in the FA Cup. Now the argument against something like this is that our fan bases might just go, oh well, that's tin pot in Newcastle, you're celebrating coming second place, what a loser you are. But in Newcastle point of view, you could argue and go, well, you know what, it's a good chance to show appreciation to the club, to the players, a massive thank you from us as a fan base for getting us to this point. So it depends how you look at it. I can kind of see both sides of it. But Craig Hope's article, he's came out and said that Newcastle have confirmed that one, the open top bus parade will be on Tuesday, but only if Newcastle win the final. There will not be any form of parade if we come second place. We have to beat Manchester United in order for there to be a bus parade. Now, first off, regarding that, I'm kind of glad it's on the Tuesday. It gives Newcastle fans in London a good chance to get back up a day in advance to get back, get sorted out and make sure that every fan that went down to the final can be back for that moment. And secondly, for me, I kind of agree with it. I've got to be honest, I do think it's somewhat tin pot to celebrate coming second place. I mean, I don't want to celebrate losing the final because, I mean, I'm just going to be in a bad mood. I'm not going to be drinking cans and setting pyro off for losing the game, am I sure? Yeah, I can kind of see why the club said no. Of course, we got Manchester City at 12:30 a week after this game, so it's quite important for us to use the time wisely, make sure the players are trained, make sure if we lose the final, it's all out of our head, we can focus on the league after that. It's still a good amount of the season left to go. Newcastle's still in a very good position, so it's important for us as a club to make sure that we can bounce back if we do not beat Manchester United. But of course, we've got to back the team for the game. Karius, the big one, he's going to be playing the final. Now, for me, I actually don't mind Karius. Now, my problem with him is that he is our prone. You've seen it in the Champions League final. Cost Liverpool the game, was solely the reason why they lost the game. But at the same time, he did have a concussion during the match. Yes, I don't think his confidence is there. I think he's definitely blowing, and this will be the first time he's played for the club. But honestly, he's a good shot stopper. I do rate him as a goalkeeper, and I will back him. And I mean, if Newcastle play well enough in the final, we shouldn't have to rely on the goalkeeper that much. So we've got Bruno back, we've got all our players back. Let's just make sure we can go on that pitch and give it a real good go and take it to Manchester United. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up there. That was the two main stories from Craig Hope. Just wanted to get them across there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Two very interesting ones that I'm going to say. I think both of them will spark quite a big discussion from fans. The open top parade I do agree with, as the Ryan Fraser one. I think there's a bit more to it which I don't know the answers to, so I kind of can't discuss that one too much. But he's a player that I do not see at all playing for this club again. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back on tomorrow once again for the daily uploads.